Are you still wondering if there are great recommendations out there to get the best loads for your truck? Hey, I'm John, and this is the Trucking Business Channel. Welcome to episode 2. Stay tuned, and we'll give you more information how to make the best deals for your truck. All right, so welcome to episode 2. First off, I want to say thank you for tuning in for episode 2. If you watched episode 1, hats off to you, because that was grueling. I know, a lot of information, kind of dry, tasted like, well, a napkin possibly, but there's good information to have been found. So if you did watch episode 1, what we'd like for you to do, down in the comment section, write #survivor. I survived episode 1. That's a great thing. But put #survivor and tell us what was the 7th point. What we'll do in a later episode, we're going to go through those comments, we're going to pick somebody, and we're going to send you a Starbucks card or something like that to say thank you for surviving episode 1. Episode 2 is going to be a lot better. All right, in episode 2, we're going to help arm you with the best information so you can make the best possible choices to get the best loads. And to start off is you have to know your financials. Financials. Everyone has to deal with them. And when it comes to trucking, and in today's economy and in today's complex world, you have to know all the way down the very nuts and bolts. What does it take for you to move your truck mile after mile? 20 years ago, you could get by with, well, we're going to guesstimate, we're going to ballpark. But today, what exactly is the squeal point for your truck and for your company? Can you move that truck for, say, $1.80 a mile? Does it take more? Does it take less? Information is power. Knowledge is invaluable. And in the fast-changing market of the trucking industry in 2020, with everything that's going on around us, you need to know what the other driver doesn't. You need to have more information and be better equipped so you can make the right choices for your company. And that begins with the hardest part, knowing your financials. You have to know what your monthly expenses are. You have your fixed expenses, you have the variables that come and go. Fixed expenses are pretty easy to calculate. What does it take for you to pay for the truck? What does it take for you to pay for the taxes? What does it take for you to pay for your insurances? Go through, don't cheat, line by line, get it all together. What are my hard monthly fixed expenses? Once you've done that, then you need to add in those variables. Variables that come and go every month, every quarter, quarterly tax reports, fuel reports, a ticket, tire repair. Average in what those variables are. And what you'll come up with is, this is the monthly expenses it takes for me to move my truck. Don't forget the driver's salary. Even if you're an owner-operator, you still have to pay you. You have to pay the driver. You're the driver. So don't forget the salary for your truck as well. Now, you know what your total expenses are on average for a month. How many miles did you drive this month? Okay? If, for example, you had 5,000 going out, you drove 5,000 miles, it's $1 a mile. Some are more, some are less. You might drive more miles, might have higher expenses or less expenses. You have to know your financials. If you don't know your financials, then you can't go to a load board. You can't really compete in this competitive economy that we're in today. So get your financials set down. Do what the other driver's not willing to do, and listen to these principles that we're going to give you so we can help you build a more profitable and better trucking business. And so the next thing you need to know is research your markets. What's hot today or this week or even this month might not be true tomorrow or the next week or the month after. Markets are dependent upon what time of year. Markets are dependent upon the overall economy. Markets change and fluctuate. They grow and expand. You need to find the best market for your truck. Before you go to a broker to get a load, you have to first know what your financials are. You have to know how much does it cost me to move my truck so I know what to charge so I can make money. When you look at the markets though, you need to find like a load board, okay? Look at the loads that are going in the lanes that you have. If there's more loads than trucks, then it's in your favor. Your truck just increased in value. Don't always take the first load you find. Don't take the first rate that you find. You might get paid a lot of money to go to Alaska, for example, but you're not going to get anything to come back. Only thing you can haul out of there is cold air. I grew up there. I know. So remember, when you're researching your markets, you want to find the market that is hot. You want to find the market that has the most loads per truck. And anytime there's more loads than trucks, it's in your favor. Secondly, you want to remember, when you're taking a load, when you're choosing a market, it's okay sometimes to take a little lower rate if it's going to get you to a better market where there's better rates for your truck. The problem is a lot of guys, a lot of gals, the drivers don't know what the bottom line is. They don't know what their monthly outgo is exactly, and so they're just taking loads randomly. Make some money, lose some money. It's all going to work out. Friends, the time for that kind of business is long gone. This is 2020. Let's get the mask off, get over the coronavirus thing, and let's get on to making a better trucking company. You do that by investigating and researching the markets. What's the best market for your truck? All right, the third thing we want to talk about today is working on your negotiating skills. Now, this is going to take you out of your comfort zone, but once again, to help you make a better business, we want you to do the things that the other one's not willing to do. We don't like confrontation. We don't like hearing no, but we must work on our negotiating skills if we're going to get a better rate so you can make more money. How do you do that? Well, first off, remember that on a board, a broker's not going to put the best number up there. He's out there to make money too. Once you know what your financials are, okay, you know exactly what you need to make money. Number two, you've researched the market. This is a great market for me. This is a great lane for me. I can take a load here. A broker's not going to give you his bottom line right up front. It's going to be, let's make a deal. The next guy, he might take the base price. He may or may not make money. He might end up losing money, okay? You need to go above. Just like in the gym, not just curls. Now we want to do bench, or we want to do squats, we want to do deadlifts. We want you to do more than the competitor because it's your business that you're trying to build. So do the uncomfortable. Work on your negotiating skills. If you know what your bottom line is, and you know that on the load board it's just a little bit above that, okay, I can make money there. Aren't you tired of just doing okay? I mean, no, really, be honest. Do you want to just do okay? Well, let's stop right here. But if you want to do better, then let's go further and let's go beyond and say, I'll take that load for a nickel more. Think about that for a minute. Just a nickel, just a dime, just a nickel for that load. Think about that. At the end of the year, you log 100,000 miles, that extra nickel just put $5,000 into your pocket. And all they can say is no. It's okay. Take no. But have some negotiating skills. You can negotiate based upon good information. Unlike your competitor, you know exactly to the penny what it takes for you to move your truck. You've researched the markets. You know what's best for you to move that truck. And so with that information, be willing to negotiate. You have to say, great, +5, great, +10. Add a little bit. Go 15, let them come back down to 5 or 10. You've negotiated, you just put the extra money that you need in your pocket, take the load and go on to a better market. All right, and point number 4 in today's episode is establishing relationships with shippers. This is probably the hardest part, but once again, it's like making the cut from JV to varsity. We want to lift you up to the varsity team in the trucking business. Do what the other guys are not willing to do, and that is establishing relationships directly with the shippers themselves. Now you understand that brokers in general, they're there to make money. So they take the shipper's cost plus the money they want to make, and then they offer you that rate to take, and then you're not making any money. So if you can go around that and go directly to the shipper, build those relationships, go one-on-one with the shipper. Remember that the shipper's in business too. The shipper's looking at his bottom line. He knows his bottom line. You can guarantee that. Once you know your bottom line, you're able to go to the shipper. You're able to negotiate knowing what the broker is. Shipper's here, broker's here. I can be right around that area and become very attracted to the shipper. You build those relationships and you build one upon another as you go directly to the shipper, going around the middleman. Don't be afraid to network a little bit in that area. reach out to others and try to make some connections. But the bottom line is, if you want to do better and not just okay, the best way to do that is the hardest way. And that's going directly to the shippers, building those relationships, and making sure you are the call that they make. All right, we talked about how necessary and how important it is for you to establish and build relationships directly with the shippers. The problem with that is, to be honest, it takes a lot of time. And we both know time, extra time, more time, those are demands that you probably don't need added to your schedule. But they are a necessary and very crucial part to you building the business that you want to have. It's a business that you deserve to have. And that's the crucial way to take care of it. You have to spend the time to make those relationships and go directly to the shippers so you can make that extra margin that you need. And one way to help you do that is by using dispatch assistance. Resolute is, for an example, a very qualified, a very established, and very well-experienced dispatch agency. Brings to the table more than 20 combined years in the trucking industry. Let me tell you a minute just about who I am. My family has been involved in all aspects of the trucking industry for over 40 years. From independent operators to driving, we've done it all. A fleet of trucks. We graduated up to owning truck stops. Brokerage firms. We've done it all. I went from grease monkey to tire monkey to pump jockey. Friends, I've been there, I've done that. And one thing that I want to share with you today is this. If you can take advantage of a reputable, qualified, committed, and dedicated place like you would find with Resolute, it can help you build your business today. Let me ask, when it comes to choosing a dispatch agency, who's going to take care of all that back office work? That's a lot of time. Another question, are you spending more time now or less time now on paperwork? Is there more regulation now than there was 10 or 20 years ago? Are there more taxes to reworth now than 10 or 20 years ago? You know that you're spending more time and you're accomplishing less in building your business. And that, my friend, is where a dispatching agency that is qualified, that is committed, that considers you, well, like family. And in the trucking industry, that's really what it's about. It's about family, it's about time. Resolute is in for the long haul. We're able to do more than just getting you the load that you need. We're talking about the back office work. We're talking about making sure that you get your loads paid for on time. Look at it this way. Do you really want to sit on the phone 45 times calling an accounts payable office and saying, call back, and you're not getting paid? Or would you rather delegate that to someone and let them spend the time, let them make the calls so you can get your loads paid on time? Because at the bottom line, you need the cash flow to continue to build your company. So while you're going from the beginning to an established relationship with multiple shippers, so your truck or trucks are operating constantly and you're not sitting and killing in downtime, that bridge, that process is exactly why Resolute exists. We're here to help you build your business. And lastly, here we are, #Survivor. Remember this at all times, friends. You are in the logistics business. You're not just a driver. You're not just an owner-operator. It's about logistics. It's not just about driving the truck down the road or just getting the load or just getting paid. It's about effective time management. It's about your financial bottom line. It's everything put together that makes you a logistics operator. You are in the logistics business, and we're here to help you as you go through these steps, step by step. Just like in the gym, no pencil legs in this business, friends. We want you to build a strong, healthy, and long-lasting and very profitable business. And finally, my friends, remember the bottom line. We here at Resolute, we're here to help you get the reward that you deserve for all the hard work that you put in mile after mile. So let's wrap this up. What have we learned today in episode number 2? Number 1, you have to know your financials. Friends, I just cannot stress that point enough. You can no longer guesstimate if you want to excel in today's trucking industry. Secondly, you have to research your markets. It's going to take time, Put down the Candy Crunch or whatever it is you're playing on your phone and spend that time researching markets for you to get better loads and better market zones so you can keep your truck moving, making more money mile after mile. Number 3, what? You need to begin networking. You need to begin developing contacts. You need to begin developing your work with the shippers directly. And also a dispatch service. Someone to do the back office work, someone to make the calls for you, someone to get the loads paid. There's an awful lot of peripheral work that is put in to get your truck loaded and making money mile after mile. So, episode 2, what we want you to do right now, friends, we want you to click like. Even if you didn't like it, hey, click like anyway. It's good for you, it's healthy, it's positive. Secondly, drop us something in the comment line. Hashtag Survivor2. Been there, done that, watched it all. Good for you. We're glad that you were along. But more so, subscribe. We want you to come back because we want to teach you more in our next episode about how to further make your trucking business more efficient and therefore more profitable. And if it works out, share the video with your family and friends. Say, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Jot a comment down there. I learned this, I learned that, I think this is better, I think this doesn't work. Share with us your experiences. And together, as a family, we're going to help make you a better business. All right? Episode 2, we'll catch you further down the road for episode 3. Take care, be safe, keep that mask on for a while. Love you guys.